Hey guys, I'm the anime trainer and I'm here to tell you how to achieve ultimate power.
I'm glad we're in agreement. The Z-Sword's legendary power is really just an upper body workout.
Pulling a sword from a stone is an ancient and respected method of determining Chosen One status. King Arthur, Randall Thor, and not least of these, son Gohan. During the Buu Saga, Gohan is conscripted into service by the Supreme Kai to attempt to pull the Z-Sword from a massive stone, as the legendary weapon is rumored to give someone the ultimate power. Using his Super Saiyan power, Gohan manages to pull the blade from the pillar-like mountain, astonishing both the Supreme Kai and Kibito. Gohan proceeds to wield this extremely hefty weapon in an attempt to master the Z-Sword to gain ultimate power. At first, he can barely lift the weapon, but as time progresses, his proficiency with the sword increases until he is swinging it around like it is a normal blade. He went from having to use his entire body to lift the Z-Sword to barely swinging it with both hands to twirling it around and swinging it with a single hand. But before we get into the workout, go ahead and like this video and hit that subscribe button to make Gohan relevant again. Also, this video is brought to you by one of our patrons, Mario Granzato. He chose this workout specifically, and we had to do it, so if you'd like to learn how to do that, you can check out our Patreon in the description. There are 3 sections to this workout. Bonus points if you can find someone to stand behind you and trash talk you while you attempt this workout.
Your effort is in vain. Not even your Super Saiyan strength will be enough, I'm afraid. How dare you make jokes? It's not that heavy.
A maximal strength section, a section that focuses on strength, stability, and power generation, and a skill section. First up, let's take a look at the maximal strength section. Pulling the Z-Sword. This section is 10 deadlifts at 50% of 1 RM, rest 30 seconds, 8 deadlifts at 60% of 1 RM, rest 40 seconds, 6 deadlifts at 70% of 1 RM, rest 50 seconds, 4 deadlifts at 80% of 1 RM, rest 60 seconds, 2 deadlifts at 90% of 1 RM, rest 120 seconds, and 1 deadlift at 95 to 100% of 1 RM.
If you're ready, give it a try.
Here goes nothing.
During the deadlifts, make sure that you are hinging from the hips. This is not a squat, so don't treat it like one. Start with your chest toward the ground, hands on the bar, back parallel with the ground. As you lean back into your heels, your hands will catch on the bar. As soon as you feel your hands pull against the bar, which your back will be about 45 degrees or so at this time, drive your heels through the ground and squeeze your glutes to come to full standing. Your back should be straight the whole movement, no rounding of the spine, and your shoulders should be in front of the bar during the lift, with you squeezing your lats to keep the bar close to your body. When you go to put the weight down, push your hips back and the bar will follow a straight line back down. If you try to put the bar down while keeping your hips forward, the bar will ride down your thighs and you'll have to go around your knees, which is gonna suck. Deadlifts activate an insane amount of muscles in your body, so keep tension throughout the whole kinetic chain as you lift. If you try to lift it without that tension, you'll likely lose your posture or miss the lift. Unfortunately, Gohan's deadlift form is abysmal for numerous reasons, so let's not copy that. The next section is the struggling with the Z-Sword section. After your last set of deadlifts, rest for 2 minutes before performing the next section. We're going to start with 10 barbell sword swings on each side, 20 sledgehammer swings on each side, 30 downward axe swings on each side, 40 side axe swings on each side, then we're going to go back down the pyramid and do 30 downward axe swings on each side again, 20 sledgehammer swings on each side again, and 10 barbell sword swings on each side. Now, barbell sword swings are likely a new exercise for you. You'll grab the bar in the very middle with both hands and raise it up over your head like you would a sword. At the very beginning, you may have to raise it to the shoulder and press it to the top position, but ideally you should be raising it out in front of you with a slight bend to your elbow. You're not actually swinging the bar, it is a very controlled movement mimicking the motion of swinging a sword. You'll need to keep your core very tight during this movement. As you improve, instead of adding weight to the bar, you'll move your hands slightly down the bar so that you're not holding it just in the very middle, but you're moving it closer to the part of the bar where the weights are loaded. However, don't try to grab it from that part of the bar due to the thickness of the metal. Also, it spins. Build slowly on this one, as this is going to be very taxing on your wrists, forearms, and shoulders, and if you find a lighter bar than 45 pounds, start there instead and make sure that your form is good. For the sledgehammer swings, you can hit a tire or a fallen tree. Your goal here is to really lay into it. You want a full power swing here. Keep your grip strong so that you don't lose the hammer as you swing it. Start with one hand low, one hand high against the handle. Raise the hammer overhead, and as you begin to swing it, slide your high hand to meet the low hand, thinking about driving your elbows down and flexing your abs to generate power. On the rebound, catch the hammer in the starting position and begin again. You may need to practice your aim at the beginning, so please be careful. Downward axe swings are very similar to the sledgehammer swing, except you'll not have the rebound and you may need to pull the axe from the log before chopping again. I talk a little bit more about swinging an axe downward and to the side in this video here. Side axe swings will require you to chop into an actual tree, so make sure that you have access to one and be careful that the tree does not fall on you. I actually don't recommend you felling the tree at all unless you have some professional experience. The high hand sliding technique from both the sledgehammer and the downward axe swing still applies, but to the side this time. Once again, if you have questions, check out this video here. You'll want to remember to do both sides on all of these exercises to balance out your musculature. Don't just stick to one side. Following this group of exercises, rest for 2 minutes and prepare for the final section, mastering the Z-sword. For this, we're going to need an actual sword or a practice sword. Right here you can see that I have a practice sword. It's a cold steel brand and it's pretty durable as it's made of polypropylene and is virtually unbreakable. And it feels very similar to the weight of an actual sword. If you don't have one, this is the brand that I recommend, and you can find an affiliate link in the description to get one of your own, and that also helps support the channel, so thank you very much. We're going to start with 100 downward sword swings on each side, 100 side sword swings on each side, 100 swings of choice per side, and then 5 minutes of sword fighting practice. During the reps of sword swings, I want you to think about not just swinging the sword with your arms, but using your whole body. For the 100 downward sword swings and the 100 side sword swings, I want you to have both hands on the sword. During the 100 sword swings of choice, you're welcome to do a single arm swing, but I really want you to focus on a double arm swing for the downward sword swing and the side sword swing. The 5 minutes of sword fighting practice is you thinking about fighting someone else using a sword. Move, block, swing, parry, and thrust. Really get into it and use your imagination. You may feel awkward at the beginning, but unless you're actually interested in learning how to sword fight, you're just going to be using this to train your arms, shoulders, and core. If you are interested in sword fighting as an art, I recommend you find a studio that teaches historical European martial arts, as there's quite a bit to sword fighting as a style. Following this workout, your whole body, but especially your back, abs, shoulders, and arms are going to be completely wrecked. Just as Gohan got much stronger after handling the Z-sword for an extended period of time, you'll find that as you perform this workout regularly, perhaps once a week, that you'll find your body starts to feel much stronger. As long as you keep your form solid and progress slowly, you'll be fine. If you are not used to training your wrists and forearms, this workout is likely going to be a shock to you, but it is a very fun way to get that work in, considering that many people skip training those portions of the body. So pull that Z-sword, master it, and claim your destiny. And if you break the sword, I'm not going to pop out of it and give you special powers, so don't do that. And that's the workout. Thanks very much for watching this video, and thank you to all our patrons and our YouTube members for all your support. You guys are freaking awesome. I'm the Anime Trainer, and until next time, good luck and train hard.